I always thought I knew what cheating was. It was physical, secretive phone calls, late nights at the office. It was something you could catch, something with concrete evidence. I was so wrong. I never imagined that the deepest betrayal wouldn't involve another person's touch, but their words, their emotional connection. I never thought an emotional affair could hurt this much until it was my wife having one. It started subtly, so small I almost missed it. My wife Sarah was always on her phone, but suddenly there was a new energy to it. A secret smile would play on her lips while she was texting. When I'd ask who it was, she'd just say, "Oh, just a friend from work," and quickly put her phone away. The name that kept popping up was Mark. At first I didn't think much of it. They were on a big project together. It made sense they'd communicate a lot. Then the little things started to add up. She started mentioning him in conversation constantly. Mark thought this was hilarious. Or Mark recommended this restaurant. It was like he was a third person in our marriage, an invisible guest at our dinner table. I tried to be supportive, to be the cool, trusting husband. Suggested we all go out for dinner, her work team. She'd always find an excuse. "He's really busy," she'd say, or "it's just a work thing. He'd be bored." The more she pushed me away from her friendship with him, the more a knot of anxiety tightened in my stomach. The real shift happened in our own relationship. Our late-night talks, the ones where we'd share everything about our day, our dreams, our fears, they just stopped. When I'd try to connect, she'd seem distant, her mind elsewhere. I'd tell her a joke that used to make her laugh, and I'd get a faint, distracted smile. The emotional intimacy we had spent years building was just vanishing. I felt like I was living with a roommate, not the love of my life. I was becoming a stranger in my own home, and the loneliness was crushing. The breaking point came one evening. She was on the couch, phone in hand, that familiar smile on her face. I just couldn't take it anymore. I sat down next to her and said, "Sarah, we need to talk. About you and Mark." The smile vanished instantly. She got defensive, angry. "He's just a friend. You're being paranoid and controlling." But I saw the panic in her eyes. I calmly explained how I was feeling the distance, the secrets, the feeling of being replaced. I wasn't accusing her of anything physical. I was telling her she was giving away the part of herself that used to be mine. Through tears and arguments, the truth finally came out. She admitted she'd been sharing things with him she hadn't shared with me. Our fights, my insecurities, her dreams for the future. He had become her confidant, her emotional support. She said it never crossed a physical line, but as she described their connection, I realized it didn't have to. She had built a secret, intimate world with another man, and I was on the outside looking in. The pain was breathtaking. It felt like my heart had been ripped out, not by a single act, but piece by piece, text by text. We're in counseling now. It's incredibly difficult. Some days I'm filled with so much anger and hurt I don't know if we can survive this. Other days, I see the woman I fell in love with, and a glimmer of hope returns. Rebuilding trust after an emotional affair is like trying to put together a shattered mirror. You can see the reflection, but the cracks are always there. It's a long, painful road, and I don't know where it ends. But where I'm sharing this because emotional affairs are real and they are devastating. They are a quiet betrayal that can shatter a relationship just as completely as any other. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've been through something similar, please share your experience in the comments. It helps to know you're not alone. Don't forget to subscribe for more real-life stories.